Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to preserve tomatoes. Tomatoes can be preserved in any way that you feel you want. Some can dry sun, others can do like what I did, while others can cook it. It depends on any method that you prefer. Any method that is suitable for you, you can use it. Today we decided to cut our tomatoes into smaller pieces. Why? We are going to use a small blender to blend them so that we can we can freeze them. We are not going to add any water, because we want that fresh tomato. So make sure the tomatoes are well cleaned, well washed, because we are going to preserve them for a long time in our freezer. So it's better to wash them so that they can stay longer in our freezer. So I blended them without adding water. Like I said, we don't need the water because we want the original tomato pure. Is that right? Let me hope I've pronounced it very well. Then we shall get a small cling foil. We are going to tie it up in small portions, in that when it comes to cooking, you just pick that particular portion and use it for cooking. It's not that if we don't put it into small portions, it will bother us when it comes to that rush hour when we are cooking. So I decided to put it into a cling film. And I decided in each cling film I put 4 spoons or 4 big spoons of the tomato. Why? I think it's enough for a particular portion. So that's the process how I was tying up my tomatoes. And it took me a while, but finally I managed to finish all the tomatoes. Then after, we are going to freeze them. We are going to first freeze them so that they can be separate, because if you try to put them together, they can get attached to each other. That means when they get attached to each other, it will be a problem to separate them when it comes to the rush hour. So after tying them up, I decided to separate them, put them on different trays. Why? So that they can separate each other. So that when it comes to the rush hour, I just pick one portion and go straight to my kitchen and start cooking. Like I said, tomatoes can be preserved in any way that you feel is suitable for you. Since I'm in the house, I don't normally go out, I thought this would be the best way to preserve my tomatoes, since there were also so many and sometimes we run out of tomatoes. But today I don't think this year we are going to run out of tomatoes, because that's what I did with all the tomatoes that they had brought for the day. So I'm finally done putting them in different portions, like you see. Then it's time for me to put them in the freezer, where I'm going after freezing them. I'm going to put them in a plastic container and cover them up and put them in the fridge. These tomatoes can stay to 6 months. It depends on how you have preserved them. It depends, but to me, I don't think we are going to run out of tomatoes for the whole year. If it comes to making salad, at least we have what to use. Then this is my final product. So it's time to freeze them. Then after freezing them, I'll have to separate them and put them in different plastic containers. Like you see, they are a little bit freezed. So it's going to be quick for me to pick one at a time, so that I can pack them in my plastic container, like you see. Like I said, you can preserve them for 6 months, but it depends on the electricity that you have around. Here the electricity is 24/7. It's a year throughout, so that means we are going to have our tomatoes for the whole year. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like and share. Don't forget to leave your comment. I'll be glad to reply you. Like I said, today we learned how to preserve tomatoes. So that's my final product. Finally, they have freezed. When it comes to the rush hour, just pick one and go straight to the kitchen.